Hello, and welcome to this tutorial of how to solve a Rubik's Cube. In order to solve a Rubik's Cube, there are a few basics that we'll need to learn. Each Rubik's Cube will have a right face, a left face, a top face, a bottom face, a front face, and a rear face. Each one of the faces of the Rubik's Cube turns in a clockwise direction or a counterclockwise direction. Other information that we will need to know are the difference between edge pieces and corner pieces. Each Rubik's Cube will have 8 corner pieces and 12 edge pieces. In order to solve the Rubik's Cube using the method that we'll use today, you will need to learn 2 algorithms. These algorithms are just specific movements of the Rubik's Cube. And the first one is called the right-hand algorithm. The right-hand algorithm uses a right face clockwise turn, a top face clockwise turn, a right face counterclockwise turn, and a top face counterclockwise turn. The next is the left-hand algorithm. The left-hand algorithm is a left face counterclockwise turn, a top face counterclockwise turn, a left face clockwise turn, and a top face clockwise turn. The first step in solving the Rubik's Cube will be to position the yellow centerpiece facing up, and then we'll begin to move white pieces that are on the edges to the top, creating what will appear to be looking like a daisy. Step 2 will be to turn down the white edge pieces to the bottom of the Rubik's Cube to create a white cross. In order to do this, at the same time we'll also match the edge piece with its corresponding centerpiece color prior to turning the white piece to the bottom. The next step will be to move all white corner pieces to the bottom face. We'll do that by using a right-hand algorithm. We'll look for white corner pieces that are out of place, and then we'll match the colors corresponding with that white corner to the corresponding center face colors in the position that we want to move it to. So here we have a yellow and a blue. This is out of position. We'll use a right-hand algorithm to move it out of place, and then move it in to match our blue and our red. We'll continue to use a right-hand algorithm until that piece is in place. We'll do the same with the remaining corner pieces. So now that we've solved the bottom layer, white all on bottom and all colors matching on the bottom layer, we'll now move on to solving the second layer. Now this is done by observing the top face of the Rubik's Cube. What we're looking for is we're looking for edge pieces where colors do not have yellow. Once we find one of those, we'll then rotate the bottom 2 layers in order to match the colors from the edge piece to the centerpiece. Once we have that in place, we then observe the other color on that edge. We then look on either the left or the right side of the Rubik's Cube. Now, if that color matches on the left side, then we begin with a right-hand algorithm. Right-hand algorithm, clockwise turn, left-hand algorithm. Now, if that color happened to be on the right-hand side, then we would begin with a left algorithm, a counterclockwise turn of the cube, and then a right-hand algorithm. We'll continue to move through that same process until we've solved the entire second layer. Now that we've solved the bottom two layers, we will move on to solving the top layer. This begins by observing the formation of yellow pieces on the top of the Rubik's Cube. Now, these yellow pieces will vary depending on your Rubik's Cube and how you've been solving it. There will be different combinations that will require different movements of the Rubik's Cube. In this instance, we're always trying to create a yellow cross. And for us now, we have a yellow line across the front of our Rubik's Cube. So in order to solve that, we will do a front face clockwise turn, one right-hand algorithm, and a turn back counterclockwise of the front face. And now you'll notice we have our yellow cross on top. Now that we have our yellow cross, prior to turning the remaining yellow pieces to the top face, we need to make sure that the colors on our corners match the corresponding faces that they are on. So in order to do that, we'll continue to move the top face of the Rubik's Cube into position and then try to match the pieces on the corners to their corresponding faces. Now that we've moved all the yellow pieces to the bottom, we will once again take the yellow face and have it face up. We are now on to the final step of solving the Rubik's Cube. We will attempt to try to find one entire face that is solved. In this case, will be blue. We'll then have that blue face turn to us, and we will do the final move, which will begin with one right-hand algorithm, one left, 5 right-hand, and 5 left. Congratulations, you've now solved your Rubik's Cube.